Steam curls off the chipped enamel rim. Hands are steady, the porch light is dim. Frost is clinging to the wiper blades. Black heat burns while the nighttime fades. I haven't felt this quiet in a year. The valley floor is coming in clear. Hills are waking up in layers of gray. It's a long way down, but a better way. Everything I broke is behind the door. I don't have to carry it no more. No more. The engine's ticking like a cooling stove. Down in the holler where the cedars grow. Red dirt soft from the midnight rain, tracing the map of a blue vine vein on the back of my hand, holding the heat, watching mist pull back slow and sweet. Hills are waking up in layers of gray. It's a long way down, but a better way. Everything I broke is behind the door. I don't have to carry it no more. I don't have to carry it. Used to run from the sun like a ghost. Found the things that I hated the most. Found the things that I hated the most right there in the well, deep in the sink. But I'm standing here on the very brink. Hills are waking up in layers of gray. It's a long way down, but a better way. Everything I broke is behind the door. I don't have to carry it no more. No more. Just the steam and the ridge, crossing the bridge. The light is finally coming on, new kind of dawn. The asphalt shifts under the tires. The center line is faded white. No headlights in the glass behind. The grass is dry along the bank. I am moving toward the ridge. The engine makes a steady sound. The air is cooler on the rise. Following the gentle hills now. The pressure leaves the heavy chest. The road is rising up to me. Places where the air is still. Following gentle hills. The wire fence follows the curve. The cattle stand like heavy stones. I do not have a place to be. The map is folded in the back. The sunlight hits the dashboard dust. The trees are leaning to the west. The wind is moving through the gap. Following the gentle hills now. The pressure leaves the heavy chest. The road is rising up to me. The places where the air is still. Following gentle hills. Speed is constant on the grade. The valley opens wide and green. I left the names and numbers there. The weight is on the other side. The weight is on the other side. It is a simple way to breathe. The earth is waving like a hand. Following gentle hills now. The pressure leaves the heavy chest. The road is rising up to me, places where the air is still. Following the gentle hills. The road is rising up to me, the places where the air is still. Following the gentle hills. Moving on the gentle hills. Gentle hills. The morning rival is an act of unprovoked aggression, a brutal illumination of every Matapo concession. I'm horizontal in a bed that feels like a staging ground for domestic drama where no audience can be found. My neuroequilibrium is currently under management, a chemical truce that feels increasingly permanent. I look through the glass at the unmanicured estate where the yellow stalks ignore the burden of their weight. They are performing a connect ballet without a choreographer, indifferent to the lens of any passing photographer. It's a sacerdotal phenomenon of total surrender to the atmospheric pressure and the solar splendor. The swaying is a rhythm and refusal to participate in the bureaucratic dread that I usually cultivate. And the tall grass is dancing like it's got nothing to prove, while I'm paralyzed here just trying to find a groove. The landscape is a sanctuary and recurring trap. Beautiful indifference on a topocratic ease. If the field can handle the wind with such aesthetic ease, maybe I can survive this morning's systemic sheaves. I spent the last decade perfecting a performative sadness, an intellectualized version of standard issue madness. But the horizon today is looking falsely bright. A visual onslaught of unfiltered morning light. The swaying is liturgical, a green and yellow mass, mocking the hours I've wasted watching the minutes pass. There is no moral center to a field of wild grain. It doesn't seek a profit and it doesn't feel the pain of the entertainment industrial complex or the price of the rent. It's just a biological apparatus in state of descent. I'm leaning on the frame of the structural disaster, looking for a tempo that I don't have to master. Don't have to master it. And the tall grass is dancing like it's got nothing to prove, while I'm paralyzed here just trying to find a groove. The landscape is a sanctuary and recurring trap. A beautiful indifference on a topocratic eve. If the field can handle the wind with such aesthetic ease, maybe I can survive this morning's systemic freeze. Put on a shirt that implies I have some intention, participate in the farce of human social convention. The sun is getting warmer on the back of my neck, a physical reminder of the life I haven't wrecked yet. It's a bathos of the spirit, a mundane epiphany. The world is a chorus and I'm a failing symphony, but the grass is still moving in that effortless way, forgiving the fact that I've got nothing to say. The wind is the only thing moving for free. It doesn't require a witness like me, just a yellow vibration in the heat of the day. I'll walk through the field until I'm out of the way. Let it sway. Drag my bones up the limestone cut where the laurel grows thick and mean. Left the impact wrench in the rusted truck in the mouth of the cold dark ravine. My knees are popping like dry kindling wood. Every breath tastes of iron and pine, but I'm standing right where my granddad stood on the edge of the county line. And the view gets better with every step. 10,000 ridges of rolling green. I've got no heavy promises left to keep, just the quietest peace I've ever seen. Spent a decade greasing the drivetrain belt, selling my Sundays for a company check. Washed the suit away with 1,000 beers. carrying the mountain on the back of my neck. Now the hawks are circling the sourwood trees, and the sky opens up like a cathedral door. I'm finally catching a different breeze. I don't want to go down anymore. And the view gets better with every step. 10,000 ridges of rolling green. I've got no heavy promises left to keep, just the quietest peace I've ever seen. Ever seen. It's a long way up from the belly of the beast, where the sun never reaches. The fly made the hunger a hell of a feast. And I'm not asking for anything more, and the view gets better with every step. 10,000 ridges of rolling green. I've got no heavy promises left to keep, just the quietest peace I've ever seen. Ever seen. Let the world keep spinning in the mud below. In the mud below. I'm staying right here where the green hills go on forever, forever. Yeah, it's finally clear. The ceramic is warm against my palms. Rain streaks the glass in the kitchen. You haven't found your slippers yet. You haven't found your slippers yet. Everything feels heavy and slow. Everything is slow. The steam curls up in a quiet line, meeting the air above the table. I'm watching the way your eyes move, reading the news on the back of the bag. I've never known the brew to taste this fine. Watching the light begin to climb. The world can wait outside the screen door. I don't need to be anywhere anymore. Not anymore. Usually I'm reaching for my keys, halfway down the gravel drive-by now, leaving the engine to idle in the cold, checking the time on the dash. But the bitter dark is smooth today. But the bitter dark is smooth today, and the house is holding on to its heat. I'd rather listen to the floorboards creak than hear the tires on the street. I've never known the brew to taste this fine. Watching the light begin to climb. The world can wait outside the screen door. I don't need to be anywhere anymore. Not anymore. It's a simple kind of mercy to let the minutes just fall away. We spent so long trying to get ahead, but I think I'd rather just stay. I'd rather stay. I've never known the brew to taste this fine. Watching the light begin to climb. The world can wait outside the screen door. I don't need to be anywhere anymore. Right here with you. Right here with you. The asphalt stretches out like skin, white line stays in its place. I have seen 3 trucks since dawn. They move heavy and they move slow. The air is turning a soft slate gray. My hands are loose on the wheel. There is a fence on the left side. It runs until the high hill starts. The miles are easy today. They are easy today. Roll easy today. The road opens up for me, no reason to check the clock. We are just moving forward. A hawk is sitting on a wire. He does not look at the car. The grass is dry and very tall. The grass is dry and very tall. The wind bends it toward the south. The radio is turned down low, just a voice and a little noise. The dashboard shows the fuel is half. That is enough for the afternoon. The miles are easy today. They are easy today. Roll easy today. The road opens up for me, no reason to check the clock. We are just moving forward. The clouds are thin like paper. The sun is a pale white circle. I do not need to be anywhere. The turn is wide and gentle. The tires make a steady sound. A steady sound. Miles are easy today. They are easy today. Roll easy today. The road opens up for me, no reason to check the clock. We are just moving forward. The next town is far away, so easy. The journey is the only thing. The sash was stuck where the white paint dried. I used my shoulder just to give it a shove. Now the pine floor catches the first gray streak, and the air is cool like water from a well. I can smell the cedar and the damp earth moving through the screen like a heavy ghost. I am breathing deep for the first time in years. Let the morning wind come in, clear the dust off the chairs. I am standing right here, and the sky is turning blue. Sky is turning blue. There is a stain on the rug from a winter ago, but I don't feel the need to scrub it away. My hands are resting on the wood frame. They aren't shaking like they used to do. The dog is sleeping by the kitchen stove, unbothered by the light hitting his fur. Everything is exactly where it ought to be. Let the morning wind come in, clear the dust off the chairs. I am standing right here, and the sky is turning blue. Sky is turning blue. I spent a lifetime keeping the latch tight, terrified of what the storm would bring. But the clouds broke while I was sleeping and left me with a quiet heart to keep. Let the morning wind come in, clear the dust off the chairs. I am standing right here, and the sky is turning blue. The sky is turning blue. The wind is moving in, the sky is finally clear, finally clear. The latch is open now. I left the porch light burning in the rain. The kitchen chair was still vibrating from the slam. There's a specific kind, exactly what kind of man I am. The transmission grinds a low, uneasy G flat. I didn't pack a suitcase or a spare, just a folded map and an old felt hat. In the damp weight of the mountain air, the asphalt turns to gray blue dust. The dashboard light is dim and kind. I'm not escaping what I must, just letting the world fall behind, letting it fall behind. The glove box rattles with a plastic key to a rental house I left back in the fall. The pine needles blanket every tree, trying to hide the wreckage of it all. I see my father's tension in my grip, the way I hold the wheel like a heavy chore. I let the gravel and the minutes slip until I don't remember what we fought for. The asphalt turns to gray blue dust. The dashboard light is dim and kind. I'm not escaping what I must, just letting the world fall behind, letting it fall behind. The cattle are shapes in the fading light, leaning heavy on the rusted wire. I could drive until the morning turns to white and never find the thing that I require. But the road doesn't ask me where I've been, it just stretches out its arms and lets me in. The asphalt turns to gray blue dust. The dashboard light is dim and kind. I'm not escaping what I must, just letting the world fall behind, letting it fall behind. Just the tires on the center line, down the line. Stepped off the porch with a heavy mind, diesel smoke still in my clothes. The truck is ticking in the gravel drive, just cooling off where the mountain laurel grows. Old Buster's sprawled on the cedar planks in a square light that the roof forgot. He ain't worried about the bank or the gas, he's just soaking up the only heat he's got. And it's the simple things that cut the way the dust dances in a morning beam, the high ridges looking like a slate, the quiet part of a long haul day. I spent my life chasing down the wind, but the hound dog's got it figured out again, figured out again. My knuckles are scarred from the knuckle joint, wrestling iron for a paycheck and a lie. But looking at him there, what's the point of running till the whalebone dry? He's twitching his paws in a shallow sleep, probably chasing squirrels through the brush. I'm learning how to keep what I can keep and let the rest of the world just rush. And it's the simple things that cut the way the dust dances in a morning beam, the high ridges looking like a slate, the quiet part of a long haul day. I spent my life chasing down the wind, but the hound dog's got it figured out again. Figured out again. Maybe God ain't in the church house choir or the thunder rattle in the valley floor. Maybe he's the warmth of a dying fire or the stillness on a sagging porch. Stillness on the porch. And it's the simple things that cut the way the dust dances in a morning beam, the high ridges looking like a slate, the quiet part of a long haul day. I spent my life chasing down the wind, but the hound dog's got it figured out again. Just a patch of light, I don't need much more. No, I don't need much more. Salt of those weeks still crusts my collar, heavy as a wet wool coat in the thaw. I sat by the creek where the water turned iron, watching the minnows dart through the red silt. Every breath felt like a debt I could not pay, but the wind did not ask for a seat. It just carried the scent of wet pine and pushed me toward the high ridge. Toward the high ridge. The sky is a wash of indigo and bruised plum, thinning into a pale ochre where the sun starts to bite. These hills do not end, they just buckle and fold like a map that has been tucked in a pocket too long. I see the road winding thin as a spider's thread, lost in the sage and the tumble of granite. It is a long way to the valley floor, but the light is hitting the grass just right as the day begins to claim its right. I am kneeling down where the frost is cracked, pressing these small dry seeds into the cooling clay. My fingernails are dark with the history of this ground, deep in the ground, waiting for the rain. It is an act of defiance to believe in the harvest when your bones are still aching with the cold. The wheels of the wagon are turning again, crunching over the shale and the fallen limbs. I am leaving the exhaustion in the taller weeds, letting the magpies have the scraps of my doubt. The horizon is wide and it does not offer promises, it only offers room to keep moving. The hills keep rolling and I roll with them into the heat of a day that has just begun. The axle drones a low and steady song, steady song. Past the willow and the white-tailed deer, the journey is a distance I have earned.